And Coach, this is a tough one tonight. The second half, the shots just wouldn't go.
No, we had a lot of great looks, and we had those looks from people that we wanted to take shots. Obviously, I think the layoff, played into that. The late game last night played into that, and then sitting around waiting until 12:30 our time to play tonight played into that. But let me tell you what else played into it. A great Westmont team. Don't take anything away from what they did. No excuses with the late starts and all that. They had the same. They played later than we did last night, so there's no excuses. Got beat by a really good team from a great conference and with a great class act as a coach. Coach Moore's one of the best, and it just didn't work out for us tonight.
I knew they did some things that were a bit unique to you guys in terms of things that you don't see in the conference. A very good passing team, a team that runs a lot of backdoor cuts. So some would equate that to maybe like a Princeton-style offense. Did that give you guys any problems in that first half? I
don't think so. We gave up 42 points in the first half, but I thought we adjusted pretty well. You're exactly right, Matt. We don't see that type of offense very often. You'd have to go back all the way, and it's still not to that extreme, but you'd have to go back to Mid-American NAS. You'd have to go back to Evangel, maybe a Benedictine, teams that run really good motion offense, and that's more so what it is than anything. It's just good motion offense. They're smart basketball players. They've got a system that works for them, and they're pretty good at it. So, once again, 65 points. I told the guys just a second ago, I lied to you. I said if we kept it at 65 or fewer, I guarantee we win all the rest of our games. And lo and behold, here we are tonight at 65, and we take an L. So, still proud of them. I thought we defended well. I thought we showed some resiliency when we came back a couple different times. I think they went up 7 at one time, and we got right back into it. But I missed a couple of free throws at key spots. And then, once again, we had open shots from guys we want shooting the basketball. They just didn't go down.
Coach, we look at some of the numbers there from the seniors. Devon Campbell led the way, 13. He was exceptional from the foul line, had a rough day shooting. Darius hit some big shots in the ballgame as well, 12 points, and Eric Gaines with 11. That's a great group of young kids that will play their final game for you.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part. I said, there may never be the right time to say it, but tonight's definitely not the right time to say it. But I'm going to say it anyway. It was a great season. A lot of firsts. We ranked number 1 for the first time in program history. 29 wins is the most wins in a season in program history. First time in program history we won the regular season championship and the tournament championship. So there's no way on earth you could look at this and say, man, what a disappointment. I mean, it just didn't happen tonight, and it's sad that it happened, in a setting like this. But a great season, and you're right, that group of guys, it's going to be hard to say goodbye to them. But, over the last few days, over the last several weeks, I've gotten so many texts, so many calls, so many messages from former players. And from good teams and teams that weren't so great, from players who were all conference and guys who were role players, from guys it all worked out for, and for some guys who at the end of it wanted to play a little bit more, wanted a bigger role. But that's the biggest part of it is that you are family. You've got a bond forever that you play basketball for Campbellsville University, and that's what it's all about when it's all said and done. It's heartbreaking tonight, but as time moves forward, it'll get easier to handle, and we can look back and say, man, that was a really good basketball team.
Walk me through the last few seconds there. What exactly was, you got the ball ahead, out past midcourt there to DeMontre. He took that time out. What was supposed to take place that final 3.5 seconds?
We wanted to get some movement, not just one guy coming to the basketball and having to make a play. We wanted to set a little back screen for Darius, knowing he wouldn't be open, but that would maybe create some space for Devon, and just maybe I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch it many months from now. But just miscommunication. Just it wasn't a terrible pass. It wasn't a bad cut. I don't think you can lay blame on a guy or a play. It just it just kind of botched on us right there, and it didn't work out. And I just made it clear to the guys just now also. Don't look at this last 3.5 seconds and say that cost us the basketball game. Some missed free throws at key opportunities, some missed those 2 back doors back to back. That shouldn't happen. We had defended it perfect the whole time, and then all of a sudden you got a couple guys that fall asleep. The missed wide open shots, a couple layups that didn't fall. There's a lot of things that you can go back and look to as contributing factors to this loss, not just one play, there at the end.
Coach, gracious in defeat as always, but on behalf of Jay Turner, I want to say congratulations on what was, as you said, a great season, and it was a real pleasure on my part.
Well, I appreciate it, Matt. It was a great season. I'm glad Jay, I'm glad yourself, Jordan and Benji helping out here, and Alan coming on behalf of TV4, all you guys that have pitched in. That's part of the CU family, and it's a part of the CU athletics family, and we appreciate everything that everybody's contributed to this great season we've had.
And Coach, thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
We'll get back at it here soon.
That's right. Recruiting starts, and we start doing this thing all over again.
All right, Coach. Well,
thank you.
Thanks for stopping by again. Coach Keith Adkins stops by as Campbellsville comes up a bit short in its bid to move on to the NAIA quarterfinals tonight. Westmont pulling the upset of the 5th-ranked Tigers in.